I'm Steve Jasper and I'm the Jet Lag Guy. Welcome to this week's episode of Jet Lag in the News. First up, hot off Vanda Pharmaceuticals' success in their case against the FDA to access their drug tasimelteon, marketed as Hetlioz for jet lag. Vanda Pharmaceuticals is now stepping up in their push against generic copies of that drug. The company has claimed that the FDA allowed the approval of two generic versions of Hetlioz despite, quote, significant flaws in the studies and data presented. There are two generic versions of Hetlioz manufactured by MSN Laboratories and Teva Pharmaceutical Industries. The company stated that MSN Laboratories, quote, only tested its drug in 44 Indian males and, quote, did not test the drug in any women nor in a population representative of the racial and ethnic makeup of the United States. Similarly, Vanda Pharmaceuticals has stated that Teva has also failed to satisfy the bioequivalence requirement of generics. And bioequivalence is when two formulations of the same drug have the same profile, particularly in terms of rate of absorption. I'll be keeping an eye on this case and provide you with updates as they come to hand. From China, a retrospective study that selected 29,132 participants, 209 of whom were diagnosed with melanoma. Circadian disruption, such as short sleep, was linked to the development of melanoma, and there were some gender differences noted in the response to circadian disruption. For business travellers, the increased likelihood of melanoma development from disrupted sleep is yet another great reason to manage your jet lag. In Taiwan, researchers have found a link between social jet lag and anxiety. They found 41,290 participants and, using data from the Taiwan Biobank, assessed the link between social jet lag and anxiety, while allowing for other factors such as alcohol, tobacco, coffee, or tea use. Interestingly, analysing the results by sex, and it showed that the women were significantly more affected by social jet lag in terms of anxiety than men were. This may be a good reason to treat your jet lag seriously when travelling internationally, as travelling for work can already cause anxiety, and you don't want anything to exacerbate it. In more research out of China, sleep deprivation has been linked to the exacerbation of colitis. This research was done in mice, not humans, and the researchers were looking for the biochemical mechanism of how sleep disruption exacerbates colitis. There appear to be a variety of genes, including a gene called PER2, that are involved in this. Bear in mind that this is still only animal research, but if you do have a history of colitis, you should take extra care of yourself travelling internationally. Researchers at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston have discovered a link between excessive sleepiness or hypersomnia and foods such as cheese, gherkins, and smoked meat. The culprit is the compound tyramine, found in overripe food, aged cheese, smoked meats, and some alcoholic drinks. So if you're helping yourself to the buffet at the airport lounge, think about whether or not you want to sleep on the flight. If you want to sleep, go right ahead. But if you don't, maybe step away from the cheese platter. It's a big ask, I know. It's been a massive leap forward in terms of range for private jets, and that has an impact on global reach. When private jets increase their range from 5,000 to 8,000 nautical miles, there are massive improvements to connectivity. For example, New York to Tokyo direct is now possible by private jet. The Bombardier Global 8000 is one such private jet, and with a range of 8,000 nautical miles, a top speed of Mach 0.94, so it's not quite supersonic, but very close. And of most interest to me, circadian rhythm lighting that minimizes the impact of jet lag. And if you're flying direct from New York to Tokyo, you definitely want some help with that. Something that came across my desk this week, a jet lag zombie calculator. Frank Kane from Arabian Gulf Business Insight has come up with a calculator that tells you how many days you will be a zombie for. He factors in direction of flight. Well done, Frank, because as we know for most people, I want to emphasize most, east is a beast and west is best. He also factors in how long you fly, whether you're flying first class, or how disciplined you are when you land. The big thing I would add is sunlight, but I would always add that. I can reduce that number, so now I'm officially a zombie killer. If you have any questions or want to know more about what I do, check out my website at www.jetlagguide.com.au. There's another book on the way, and you'll be the first to know when it's released. And that's this week's Jet Lag in the News. I'm Steve Jasper, aka the Jet Lag Guy.